Today's video is on a new mirror I have. This mirror looks very similar to several that I already have on my website. It can be built for the 124, the 123, the R107, the W126 and the W201 chassis. This particular one is built for a W124 chassis, all years except for the Cabriolet. It is a auto-dimming mirror with a single button at the bottom that functions to turn the auto-dimming function on or off. Now, what differentiates this mirror from the ones I'm currently selling is this one has an internal display. And the display is used for a backup camera or a auxiliary video input. Actually, you could use both of them. A typical application for this would be you have a backup camera mounted around your rear license plate and it runs into the backup video inputs, and let's say you had a GPS mounted on your windshield and that had a video output on it. You could run that video output up to this mirror and have your GPS display in the mirror. So when you put your car in reverse, the backup camera would come on and you would see what's behind your car. When you shift out of reverse into drive, then your GPS display would come back on. So that's a typical application for this particular design. Also, when you put the car in reverse and your backup camera display comes on, the auto dimming automatically turns off. That way you have full visibility of the screen and it's not hampered by the dimming of the mirror. So I'm going to dim the lights here so you can see the display. I have a whole bunch of fluorescent lights shining down on this mirror and it's washing everything out. So if I turn down the lights, you won't be able to make out a lot of detail of the mirror, but you should be able to see the display pretty good. Okay, here's the mirror with the display on. I have a small camera on the other side of this display. And it's just shooting at the back of this cardboard display here. It's plugged into the video input, so the auto dimming of the mirror is still engaged, and when the mirror dims it actually does dim the video display. But I wanted to show it both ways so you can get an idea. Keep in mind the camera I'm using is not a very good camera. And it's shooting into the back of some cardboard, which is not a very bright surface either. So this isn't a real representation of what your display behind the car would look like with a quality camera in the daylight. So I'm going to switch the video input right now from the standard video display into the backup camera display, and when I do that the auto dimming feature will turn off and the display will brighten up a little bit. And you can see the display now is definitely much brighter with the auto dimming off. This is an example of what you would see when you shift your car into reverse. The auto dimming would shut off and the display would come on and it would be very bright. And then when you shift out of reverse into drive, the auto dimming would come back on. And that assumes that you're in your garage or a dark area where the auto dimming would be energized anyway. Outside in bright daylight, the auto dimming wouldn't be on at all. So that's the new design, and I'll go ahead and turn the display off completely. Okay, you can see the auto dim display is off. When the display is actually off, you don't see the display at all. It sits behind two-way glass, which is a very nice feature because you have the full length of the glass used for visibility behind you. If I turn this just a little bit, you can see you can't see the display screen at all when it's off, so completely hidden from view. This will be on my website shortly, and it is available, like I mentioned earlier, I can build this for any of the chassis that I support for the Mercedes-Benz.